What is going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Pepe today. Pepe coin, Pepe token, Pepe. It's just Pepe. Pepe. Everybody loves Pepe, man. I love Pepe. I don't like it as a buy right now, but I do like the for a meme coin. I do like it. I do think that it's a potential successful meme coin in the coming future. But at the moment, I want to discuss what I think is going to happen in the near term, short term, what my perspective and thoughts are on this move up, and we'll use a few different charts to analyze that. Right now I'm on the Pepe USD, and I scroll down and I'm on the Poloniex chart here. The reason why is because this is the most historical data on a Pepe chart that I could find. So at first we'll do that, and then whenever we get into the more immediate stuff, I'll use the Binance chart for more like relevant volume. Because you can see here, again, Pepe on Poloniex, this is the earliest, the longest historical data we have. Well, it makes sense that in the beginning days of this chart, you're going to see a lot of volume. But now that there's other exchanges like Gemini, Binance, KuCoin, Kraken, whatever, there's a bunch of exchanges that accept it. Obviously, we're going to see less volume. Poloniex is not the most used exchange. Kraken and Gemini have more volume than Poloniex, and those are low volume exchanges in the crypto space. They are high volume exchanges, but they're not really that high volume. Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, those are high volume. Mainly Binance. Binance just obliterates anything, man. But anyways, without too much further ado, let's just get into it. Let's look at it. So from the low to the high here, and I do want, actually, before I measure that high, I do, because Binance has the most volume, I do want to get the top that Binance had. I don't want to use the fib. This is something that I've been doing, and I think it actually might make more sense in my opinion. The actual top from the exchange that had the most volume. Although, I guess that volume, I wonder, let's see, 46.19 T. I wonder which one has more volume, right? Yeah, not even close to the same. So we are going to use I want to use the Binance top for my fib here. So I think that's 5 zeros and then 439. So let's just do that. We're up here. It's at like 5 zeros and 479. I want to go to 439. Let's see, where would that be? Something doesn't have to be spot on. Ooh, it was almost close enough. 439. If I get 440, I'm okay with that. I might just input it manually. Let's see here. So price bar number 1, I think that's this one. So price bar number 2, 439. There we go. Okay, so up there. The reason why I'm using this top instead of the peak top here is because this is a lower volume exchange. The amount of volume that we saw here was not even half. Not even a quarter, not even a fraction of what's on Binance. So I am going to use the Binance top as a reference here. And we can see, I'll just draw it real quick. From here to the top here, this fib, it's not respecting the 50 as much, where here, you got pretty good respect off the 50. It's respect right there on the 382, respect right there even. On the other one, you still get respect on the 382, but I do like the way that this one looks more personally. So man, I've spent way too much time just talking about this, so let's really just get it over with. This shouldn't take too long. Bounced off the 50. We got a significant move. Now a significant move, if you've heard me talk about the 50 when it comes to the fib scale, the fib retracement, it's not a level. It's technically not a fib. The 50% mark, it's just a mark that people use to mark, 50%, it's halfway through the range. It's just something to note, I think, but it's not normally a significant area that you find support or resistance on. I mean, maybe for a little bit, but then you don't normally get moves like this off of it. When you do find significance on it, that's whenever you see significant moves. That's what I like to say. When you find significance on the 50, you do see significance, though you do not expect it. It's not an expected level. I'd say, out of every fib I draw, maybe like 1 out of 10 of them, maybe even 2 out of 10 of them, and that's it's common enough. But it's not common enough to like look for it. Maybe anticipate it, consider it as a possibility, but I don't generally look for the 0.5 personally. Holding this as long as it did, not even closing below it, should have been a clear indication that we would have gotten a pump. I wish I made a video. There were some other indications. We had bullish divergence on the daily and on the 4-hour. I've looked at it, and we broke the 50 here on this day here, and that was a bullish engulfing candle that just like kind of took us out of this thing that we've been in for the past week. With volume increasing, that should have been a sign that we were going to go up, and we haven't had a nice little pump in a while. But all we've done here, all this bullishness to say on Pepe, it's just a lower high. That's really all it is. Each high here, you've got a high here. I'm gonna get rid of the fib now. You got a high here, high here, high here, high here, and a high there. It's just a lower high. It's nothing to be excited about. And in fact, I would think that Pepe gives this whole move back and actually sets a lower low. Just because it found significance on the 50 does not mean that it has to continue, that's the bottom. It got a significant move. It played out the exact way that it should. It's kind of in this no man's land, but the main reason I think that we're going here is it's a lower high, and I wonder, if we take this fib here from top to bottom, it's literally right on the 886. This line is quite literally, we bounced off the 886. So that's what that is. I know generally, I've talked about this plenty of times, whenever you break the 618 on the first pass without any problems whatsoever, which we did, generally we look for extensions. But this is one of those rare moments where I might not, because we're very overbought on the RSI. The last time that we were in this price range, it was on a closing basis, was over here, and the RSI was dramatically lower. This is a form of hidden bearish divergence, lower highs. This is where I think we need to get into the more volume appropriate chart using the Binance chart here. You can see that we do have a nice spike in volume, but it's not the highest amount of volume we've seen. It's not enough still to produce a higher high. And most of the volume came in on the day that we just closed, which half of it basically is a wick. So it's not totally condemning. It could go up higher from here, but personally, just the fact that it's been in a downtrend, the fact that it did just get listed on Binance, Kraken, a bunch of different exchanges within the last few months. I don't expect the selling to stop yet. I think this is just a common retracement, and we're just seeing it. This is a good time for people to get out whenever they were up here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we continue higher, but I'm not convinced, especially with the look that we have on the 4-hour. If we take the 4-hour, we have 1, 2, 3 drives of bearish divergence. The volume is decreasing. We even had a 4-hour bearish engulfing candle here to end the day. This was the candle that ended the day. So I'm not excited for it. If I was to be optimistic, if I wanted to see some kind of hope and not think that we were going to go lower here, we would have to hold, really we'd have to hold this low point, but I would like to see it hold the 618 or even the 382. If it held the 382, that would be a very good sign to me. It doesn't need to go all the way down to the 618, but I do think this thing is going to roll over and we will see extensions, somewhere in the likes of 6 zeros and 6 7. 6 zeros, 6 1, 6 zeros, and 5 2, something like that. I don't expect that this, generally whenever we get into overbought conditions, I do look for continuation, but I don't think this is going to last long. Just from the way that it looks on every other, kind of aspect, I would say that this is going to get a straight rejection. Maybe not. I could be wrong here, but with this triple bearish divergence and just being hot on the RSI for where we're in similar price ranges that we weren't as hot, this is a form of hidden bearish divergence, and being that we're in a bearish trend, I'm going to go with that. So I do not think that this is a good time to buy Pepe. In fact, I even made a tweet on Twitter here. Let's see if it'll load. I'm loading here. It's not loading fast enough. That's okay. I wonder, I do have internet. I have internet. You guys can see me. All right. Well, it's not loading, but I did make a tweet earlier today talking about how I think Pepe is going to go down, and I was mentioning this 4-hour bearish divergence. I really I didn't go into too much detail, but I think that it would be a safe time to short if you are on an exchange to short this asset. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't short it with a lot because Pepe, you know, from here to where it would need to break to kind of convince me that this move isn't false, you know, that's a 9% difference. It's not an ideal place to go short. It could be. I would feel personally pretty safe to go short here, but again, you know, you're dealing with a meme coin, so there's going to be bigger ranges. The risk is a lot higher. The reward is a lot higher. Again, with this triple bearish divergence, I wouldn't be surprised if we went down. Also, here on the long-term RSI, we rejected the 50. Like, literally rejected it. Like, couldn't be... It could be just like a little bit closer, but it basically rejected the 50, and we're way above the purple line here. This to me spells that it at least would like to come back down, you know, I mean, at a minimum to the 382, which from here would be about a 17% drop, but I would more expect the 618, a 30% drop, or likely lower than that. It's not going to happen fast. That's not how this coin moves. If we look back, you know, this is where we'll go back to the Poloniex chart. I'm going to wrap up the video here real quick. You know, if we look at this thing on a daily perspective, this thing doesn't move down fast. I mean, it does move down fast, but really it moves up faster, right? This pump, this is when all the exchanges were buying it. That's why it pumped. That's literally why it pumped. Yeah, I mean, all these exchanges are listing it. If you're an exchange, you want to have a lot of it on hand, right? So you're going to buy a lot of it so that you can sell it to the clients. And, you know, as an exchange with people who are professional market makers and just people who know what they're doing, you're going to systematically offload it. You pumped it up, here you are, and now you're systematically offloading. That's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing lower highs. You know, we come back up to these areas, you're not going to break them. And you could. It could happen, but I'm not expecting that. And you can see here, right, up very fast. We moved down very slowly, right? Each time we go up very fast, and then this was a stronger move compared to some of the more recent moves. Let's see, from top to bottom, or bottom to top there, that's 117%. Bottom to top here, that's only 101%. So it really is weaker, and it took longer to form than this bounce here. We are seeing, you know, exhaustion in the bulls, but this is a strong move. I mean, it's a 100% move up. If you caught it, good job. But I wouldn't expect as fast as it came up. I wouldn't expect it to be as fast to come down, but I do think in the coming weeks and months we will see this low taken out. And that's basically all I got to say on Pepe. For me to be convinced otherwise, what I would need to see, and this is where we'll go back to the Binance chart, what I would need to see to be convinced otherwise, truthfully, I mean, let's see here, you know. Oh, man, and you closed right at the 382. Yeah, I think you're going to go down, man. I really do think you're going to go down. First and foremost, close above the 382. If you can close higher than yesterday's close, good. If you can maintain this volume, it doesn't even have to be higher volume than this day, but if you can maintain high levels of volume like this, not like what we were seeing previously, even something like this I'd be okay with, but higher levels of volume and moving up, you know, then I would think that we'd be good to clear out this high here and move up to the 618. But I just don't see that happening, you know, until, you know, this next day could be critical. I could be proven wrong. But again, with this 4-hour look and the bearish divergence that's presenting itself, along with the rejection off of the 50 while we're this far above the 123 moving average, I very much doubt that we're going to continue up. I think this move up is over. It just looks weak, man. It really does look weak. And right now, it looks like we have hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, right? We have bearish divergence for sure, but this lower low with a higher low combo looks to be hidden bullish divergence. To negate that and prove this move ultimately bearish, we would want to see a close on a 4-hour basis in price below this low here. So what is that? That's around... what is that? 5 zeros. 5 zeros, 143, right? Is that 5? Yeah, it's 5. 5 zeros, 143. If we close on a 4-hour basis below there, this is, in my opinion, this is confirmed bearish divergence. I think it's already confirmed with this bearish engulfing candle here and the way this candle's looking already. Literally went up to the top of it and rejected it. This happened on the daily close 4-hour, this bearish engulfing candle. And with this bearish divergence, I would expect that we would see a close below this line. And when that happens, it'll negate this hidden bullish divergence that we have displayed. And we'd come out of the overbought zone into just like the regular zone and begin our descent. Ultimately, we begin our descent. And again, I don't think it's going to happen as fast as it did come up. I think it'll be systematic on the way down. And that's just because the people who are holding the most Pepe there, they're systematically offloading their bags onto the people who are buying, who are very excited on these pumps. They want to catch the next Dogecoin or the next Shiba, the next Pepe even. It's earned its own name, but anybody who's bought these little pumps, these lower highs, and you think they're bullish, so far you've been proven wrong. And I'm not about to flip bullish here on this move. I'm not impressed by it. This move was more impressive. It took less time. 98%. I thought it was higher than that. Maybe on the other exchange it was higher than that. Okay, so this move is bigger, but again, it still took like way more time, and it wasn't that much bigger, and it still has less volume, right? So I'm not too excited. And beyond all of those things, it's a lower high. It's just a lower high. So until you break that structure, you're in a lower high, lower low structure. I'm staying with the trend. I would expect that this low inevitably gets taken out, but if we see here, if we go, I think it's this one, yeah. If we go here, we didn't take this low out for 24 days. It could be a month. It could be 2 months before we take out this low, but I do think that we are going to work our way down. There will be pumps and there will be dumps along the way. You can catch nice little 30% pumps if you keep your eyes on it. There are signs for sure, but just be careful with this one, man. In fact, I don't know. Like I said, I would feel comfortable going short here, but I don't know, other than from this range here, if I would feel comfortable doing leverage trading. This thing moves enough that you could probably just spot trade it and make a decent amount of money. I'll try to keep you guys up to date on this one because I know it is so popular, and you guys enjoy the videos. But yeah, that's all I got for you. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. That's all I got for you guys. So have a great day, have a good night wherever you are, and be safe, be smart, and I hope you make money. Whatever you're doing. If you're not making money, I hope you're not losing money. So take it easy, have a good night. Thank you.